What is up guys, JayFerGaming here, welcome back to my F1 2016 career mode. This is the Bahrain Grand Prix. If you're new to my channel then do subscribe for a lot of F1 2016 content, and if you've missed the first race do go check that one out because we had a fantastic race. We did score a point on our debut. It was such an exciting race, such a great experience, and yeah, we got the point that I think we deserved. And we did dominate our teammate as well, which you can see here. We did upgrade the car slightly, and I saw a message there that Sauber upgraded something on their car. So yeah, it's good to see the opposition doing that in a way. And we're looking for our next upgrade, and we've got 420 points at the moment. I did add the special XP bonus that came with the game, so we should get a little bit from that, and I've decided to go for fuel efficiency considering I did run out of fuel at the end of the last race. But into practice, track acclimatization, yeah, just look at that, only 2 corners were green. We did very well considering that Bahrain isn't one of our stronger tracks, it's actually one of my worst, which is surprising. In terms of qualifying pace, just look at that. Very consistent indeed, just 2/10 between all 3 laps. So far, we've done a very good job in practice. We got 3 perfect tests in Australian, 2 so far here, and we have another one in time management. It's not as good as in Australia because we had full purple there. We did have 2 green laps, and that was because of the lockup. You can probably guess which corner it is. It's that very tricky downhill left-hander where you practically always lock up. And in terms of lap time, you can just see there we actually improved as the tyres got older, so things are looking pretty promising for this race. We didn't do practice 3 and we didn't get much XP from that, so I think doing the tests over 3 sessions is probably the way to go. Our objective there I think was P18, I didn't actually see that for qualifying, or was it 16, but here we go. We're going to look at our upgrades, and there's loads of graphs and things like showing the results of each race, which is kind of cool. They've really put a lot of effort into career mode this year and it looks fantastic. I did think about doing another upgrade in terms of drag to improve the, was it barge boards there? I think it was. So we've got a couple of upgrades coming for the next race in, is it China? Malaysia moving further down the calendar has really thrown me in terms of the race order, but here we go for qualifying. And I just want to say something. I did do qualifying on Expert AI, which I did do in Australia, and I actually qualified 4th in a Renault, so I think that was the moment I realised I have to boost it up to Legendary AI, which I have done for this race. I am slightly concerned that I could be at the back and on my own, but it's a risk I am willing to take, and hopefully I get up to speed and can provide a competitive race for you. And we are doing this at one of my worst tracks, so let's see what happens in qualifying. First lap wasn't great, we're down in 21st, and now on our second lap, for some reason the team has released Palmer. I can't say his name, it's Palmer, isn't it? Say Palmer right in front of us, and he is blocking us. Why have the team done this? Number 1 driver, he's not better than me, yet they give him supremacy. That has wrecked my lap. Thank you so much. So we decide to go for another lap after this. It's a lot better. We're currently nearly 4/10 up, and that would get us close to Palmer in the standings, which is what we're aiming for. And we're nearly 6/10 up, but no, we've run out of fuel. Thank you, Palmer. Thank you, team. Screwing up the second driver. I'm so annoyed with that, and we've had a disastrous session. But I feel like we had the pace to be higher up the order. And once again, Mercedes are not on pole. It looks like they might not dominate this career. Vettel's on pole, and there we are in 21st. We only beat Haryanto. But I feel like we could have beaten Palmer and Verline, which isn't much of an achievement, but I suppose it is a little bit on Legend AI. So, it's race time. I'm so excited. If you guys are as well, do leave a like. And yes, here we go. Trying to improve from our lowly position of 21st, but we should be racing in, I think it's the dusk and then turns into the night, so that'll be a very exciting thing to see how Codemasters have displayed it in this. And here's the track map. This looks fantastic. This is a great addition. As you've noticed, I am not having Crofty and Anthony Davidson talk in the background because I'm going to guess you see or hear them probably saying the same things in every other career mode you watch. So that can get very boring and repetitive. So I'm going to talk over instead. Hopefully I'm more interesting than them. I should be more interested than Crofty because Crofty sucks. Sorry, Crofty fans, but here we go for the build-up. A Ferrari on pole. Ricciardo leads the driver standings. So Mercedes haven't had it all their own way so far. I know it's early doors in the season, but still. And in terms of us, can we improve from 21st on the grid? I would be happy, I think, just beating my teammate. Even if my teammate finished last and I finished 21st, I'd be happy with that. Because, as I mentioned in the previous video, we are both British rookies. This is only our second Grand Prix, so I'm very excited for this. Now we go to the formation lap. And there actually is a glitch here. Let's see if you notice it. The shadow of Palmer's car is still on the grid, and it's the same for me and Haryanto. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I can't really explain it, but in terms of strategy here, we have decided to start on the soft tyres. I think going on the super soft, yes, we would have made up a few positions at the start, but I think they would have been wasted, so I'm aiming to go soft, super soft, soft. Our tyre wear seems pretty good from practice, so hopefully we can make that work and make some more positions. So round the final corner, the car is up to temperature, coming to the grid. Let's see if we can make a number of positions up in the first stint. If we don't beat Haryanto off the line, then the serious problems. Slowest car and on the medium tyres. And the glitch is still there, the shadow of my car. Nice one, Cody's. So here we go, the drama, the build-up. The Bahrain Grand Prix, 4 lights, 5, and away we go. We get an okay getaway, bit of wheel spin. We don't think we've got the run on anyone really, so we're going to have to look for a gap. We think about the inside, but change our mind. There's too many cars up there, so we'll go for the outside line. Outbraking our teammate, looking for a gap. We can't really go anywhere. We've got to wait for these cars to go through. We're past our teammate. Nicely done. Up the inside of a Sauber. Oh, slight contact with Ericsson, but we've got the manner of, I think that was Verline. We're up to P8, I nearly said P8 there, P18. We'll go for Dark Bomb up the inside. We're a bit out of control. We've knocked Gutierrez, I think it was. I did not mean to go for the 2 Hasses there. I was just going for the car ahead of us, which was the Sauber, I think it was, but up to P15. That's worked out pretty well, gaining 6 positions up from the start, so very impressive. But the key thing now is, can we keep up with this Legend AI? I actually haven't done a race with this AI yet. I've done one with Ultimate AI, which will be in a future video coming out soon, and that was in a Mercedes, and I finished P15. Yeah, so not too promising, but Legend AI is the same as 2015, I think, so hopefully we can keep up with them. And early goings, it seems okay, though Alonso ahead of us is on the medium tyres, so hopefully we can close in on him and then attack the runners ahead of him. So can we get a decent run here? This is a corner. I struggle with this so badly, and you'll, over the years as well, so you'll see in this race my struggles with that corner. But we've got a good run on Alonso here. Are we going to go for it up the inside? Yes, we are. Our engine upgrade paying off there, up the inside of the Honda powered McLaren, and now we're up to P14. Hulkenberg is on the same tyre compound as us, so let's see if we can stick with him. And he's going for move on Button into turn 1. Button is so slow in a straight line, so is Kvyat. We're looking for a gap, trying to take advantage. Let's follow Hulkenberg through, try to get Button side by side here. We should have much better grip, but no, we can't get past there. But actually Hulkenberg is the lead runner on the soft tyres, so that could be key. If we get past Button here, which we are looking to do because he is probably going to slow us up and we can't lose track of Hulkenberg, I think that could be a driver we are racing this time. Oh, side by side, I thought he was going to nudge us there, but around the outside, superior grip might help us through. There we go, up to P13. Let's see if we can follow Hulkenberg. As I said before, the lead runner on the soft tyres. I think everyone ahead of him is on super softs from what I remember, so there's a bit of action behind us there actually. Grosjean did overtake Button. Let's see if we can close in. Are we going to get DRS? Yes, we are. Let's see if we can close in on Hulkenberg here. We do have superior straight line speed by the looks of things. This engine upgrade is working. Good job, Renault. Up the inside. This is a late move. I didn't think we'd be going for this. And we've got it done. Nice. Very nice. And now we have a yellow flag. I think there was a bit of contact behind us. Hulkenberg's still there. But actually, when he... Oh, virtual safety car. That's the first one in our career mode. It's Hulkenberg's comeback and knocked the Haas there of Grosjean out. And he's just sat there in the gravel. That's unlucky for him. But yeah, first experience of the virtual safety car. Trying to stick with the Delta. That's... yeah, I don't completely know the rules under the virtual safety car, which I probably should. Like, can you pit under virtual safety car? That's something that I can't remember at all. So let's see if we can stick to the rules. Hopefully we can. And virtual safety car is ending, so if you forget about the Delta and you're quicker than the Delta in them final couple of seconds, I don't think you get a penalty from this. Because I was about, I didn't see, it was about half a second faster, and we're just carrying on now, so I don't know. We're up to P12. Hulkenberg is just behind us, and there's a few cars ahead battling, and there's a couple of cars going in the pits by the looks of things. The super soft runners pacing on lap 5, that's very early. And in terms of our strategy, we need to extend the life of that stint by a few laps. I think it's like an 8-lap stint I've projected for our strategy, but now lap 6 struggles with this corner. I just don't know when to turn in. It's always been one of the corners I've hated. It's very much like that corner in Malaysia before the long straight in the final sector, but Hulkenberg gets a good run there and he goes to the move. But we go for a switchback. It's a smart move using the slipstream, which seems to be quite powerful at this track. And no one has DRS. I wonder if it's 2 laps after the virtual safety car. Again, I should know them rules. I should do some research. But we're fighting back against Hulkenberg. We want to stay ahead of him because it seems like we could be fighting each other. And we're up to P5, which is brilliant. Though it's mainly because the super soft runners are pitting. Once again, we don't get a great run. This time we take too much curb. Let's see if a similar thing happens compared to last lap. Hulkenberg up the inside. I brake a little bit early because I'm going for the switchback once again. Hopefully he doesn't go into the pits and cut across us, but we use the slipstream. Are we going to get DRS this time? We don't. So I think that 2-lap rule must be happening or engaged or whatever the word is, and we're going to come back at Hulkenberg. This is actually for the lead now. I just noticed a lot of cars are in the pits there and we've taken the lead. We're in a Renault, we've boosted it up to Legend AI and we have taken the lead. It is away from Hulkenberg, but still it feels fantastic and the battle goes on. Hulkenberg does seem better on the brakes, but we are defending. Yes, in the lead, guys. Unbelievable. It's not our genuine position, but I'm going to make the most of it. So, lap 10. I think it's probably time to pit now because our tyre is seriously going off. We're holding up Hulkenberg and Hamilton is just behind him. He is the effective race leader. And yeah, we really are holding him up. I don't know if any other race leading contenders are in the group that I'm holding up. But if they are, I could be seriously helping them out because Hamilton's been stuck behind Hulkenberg for a couple of laps now. I'm just a roadblock at the moment. I'll be coming in at the end of this lap because I think I'm going to go for a lap, like 10 laps on this set of tyres, then 9 on the super softs and maybe 10 on the final set of softs. That's what I'm thinking at the moment, but we'll find out what the tyre wear is like on the super soft tyres. So we're coming into the pits. I think Hulkenberg stayed out. That's a surprise as we make a very slow entrance to the pits. A Haas came in with us. Hopefully he doesn't jump us. And we're coming out the pits in P19. But our teammate is coming down the start-finish straight. We've got to get out ahead of him. This is going to be no holds barred. I'm not letting him through. I want to be the superior driver of this team. And he is on the slower soft tyres. So good job we came out ahead of him. Now let's push on and hopefully stay ahead of Hulkenberg, who is currently in the pits right now. We did pull away from Palmer. We did have superior pace on that lap, and Hulkenberg, is he coming out the pits there? He is. He might be ahead of us. Hopefully he's slow coming out the pits, and he's getting up to speed with his tyres. I think he's on the same strategy as us, considering he is on the super softs, so he probably will go on the softs for the final stint, but he has jumped us. But at this point I wasn't too bothered as long as we stick with him. I do wonder if this strategy is going to help us get in and around the points. I wouldn't mind like a single point. I'd take that in this race. I'd take finishing 13th. This definitely proves I've upped my pace in my early races and can race with these legendary AI drivers. But now someone else is coming out the pits. Jenson Button Oh, don't slot in between me and Hulkenberg. He has. And he is on slower soft tyres. So we're going to have to try and dispatch the McLaren as soon as we can, because we want to stick with Hulkenberg. Can we go for a move here? We look, but no, we're too far back. We don't want to make any stupid mistakes and crash out, making it more difficult than it has to be. So we're trying to close onto the back of Button. We do have DRS, and just ahead of him, Hulkenberg's overtaken the Sauber, and they've actually made contact. Ericsson, oh, I thought he was going to spin, but he's held a Button. Thank you. Hulkenberg, do you want me to follow you? Are we going to draft each other or something? Because Hulkenberg made contact with the Sauber for no reason, which slowed up the McLaren and gave us 2 positions. That was a pretty easy overtake for us. So let's see if we can stick with Hulkenberg. But no, he did. He got past this Sauber Nasser quicker than I did and extended the gap. It's about probably about 3 seconds now. So we're going to blast past this Sauber, even with DRS, up to P13. So yeah, we might be fighting just outside the points. I think the strategy is going to determine what happens. I don't know what's going to happen in the final stint. That's when we will realise what position we are actually fighting for, because the AI in this race, there's a lot of variations of strategy, and now Button is fighting back. Our tyres are going off. We've done 8 laps on these, so I think that's probably the maximum on these super softs. So Button does get past us. Can we hang around the outside like we did to Hulkenberg before? Yes, we can. The AI don't seem to be too strong there on the inside, so we go all the way around the outside, and we're actually going to extend this stint by 1 lap. And Button is going to go for the move. Will he get us into turn 1 under brakes? He probably should, because our tyres are going off the cliff. Our teammate's in the pits to get the undercut on us again. He isn't too far behind me, so yeah, we could have a battle on. Let's see if he actually executes the undercut. So, lap 19, time to come into the pits to put on the soft tyres, and then a 10-lap stint to finish off the race. Coming into the pits there, that was a lot better than the first pit stop. Let's have a fast stop, guys. 3 seconds, it's not great in terms of modern day standards, but it'll do for now. So we're coming out in P18. Yeah, we're all good. We're behind Nasser again, so it looks like we'll have to overtake another Sauber. A lot of cars in this race have got the undercut on us because of our strategy, so we've had to do quite a bit of overtaking. Right, we're on the back of Nasser here. Let's try and get him as soon as possible. Ahead of him is Kvyat, who has some technical issues, so he's been pretty slow recently and he's dropped back through the field, so we could get a couple of positions quite easily here as Nasser. Oh, his engine's gone. That was so close. If we were any closer to Nasser, I'm sure we would have crashed into the back of him. So lucky. Oh, so Nasser is out of the race. Yellow flag's out. Not sure if there'll be a virtual safety car. Looks like he's still on the mini-map, so it could still come out. We're on the back of Kvyat now with his technical issues. He's been pretty slow recently, which should give us a pretty easy move here, especially with DRS. Blasting past the Toro Rosso up to P15, and there we go. He tries to use the slipstream to stick with us. I've noticed the AI do try and do that quite often, so that's made them a little bit smarter. Who's that that's just come out the pit? Button's ahead of us still, and Button's actually jumped us as well, and now he's getting held up by Haryanto, who I think is going for a one-stop strategy. So to see him in P13 is pretty good, but he's probably going to drop back as he tries to make that strategy work, and it's not going to work, is it? One stop around here, tyre wear is pretty high, so Button's easily passed. Let's see if we can get past the Manor. Luckily he didn't go into the pits there, because I've seen the AI take each other out when one's going on the pits on the outside and the other stays out. So can we get a run on Button here? Oh, we're looking, but no, it's too far back once again. Again, we don't want to make any stupid moves. We're having a very solid race here. No crashes so far, crossing our fingers as well. So, up to P12, someone else is in the pits there. Felipe Massa making a late stop. I saw he was going on to the super soft tyres, so he could be a threat in these final 5 laps, as he will have the fresh, fastest rubber, and we will have wearing soft tyres. So, lap 25 here, P12. We have Kvyat on the back of us. His technical issues have cleared up, and now he is pretty quick again, and it looks like he is going to try and make a move into the final corner. Let's see if we use that tactic like we did with Hulkenberg a couple of times before, but Kvyat takes an awful line there, slows us up, and behind us, Massa is going to be closing in. He is currently behind Alonso, but Alonso is catching us as well. But we do get DRS on the back of Kvyat. Can we retake him into turn 1? I think we can. And we outbrake the Toro Rosso. We do lock up. We have been locking up quite a bit into turn 1, which should affect our tyre wear in a negative way. So we need to watch out in the last couple of laps of this stint. Kvyat, is he going to try and repass us? No, he doesn't. But we've lost tabs of Button. I think he could be out of reach, and this might be a defensive drive from now on to finish in P12. We've got an awful run there, stuck on the curb. Kvyat's going for the move through here. Whoa, what is this guy doing? I didn't expect him to be fighting there. This is great to see. Look at this battle around the outside of Kvyat. We're so close to each other, giving us each other respect and enough room. But no, Kvyat has got past us. Yeah, we just got stuck up on that curb, locking up again. This corner is so tricky. I'm struggling so badly. Lap 26. We are quite far back, but we've got DRS, and look, Massa is behind us on the Super Softs. I saw that and thought, I'm going for this move. Up the inside of Kvyat, we've locked up. He sees us coming. Oh, that was so satisfying. That was a brilliant move. It looks fantastic in the replay as well. We just steam up the inside. Made no contact, and that's my favourite move of the season so far. I know we're not even 2 races in, but still, Kvyat doesn't turn in, which is good, otherwise it would have been contact. We leave kind of enough room on the exit, but we defended our position, which is key at this point. 12th does mean a lot to me at this moment. On Legend AI as well, we were expected to finish, I think from our qualifying position, 18th, so this would be a fantastic improvement from that. Kvyat's going for the move into the final corner again. We're going to try the switch back once again. I think we probably will. So we get a pretty good exit compared to the Toro Rosso. Using the slipstream, we'll get DRS as well. But we have Massa all over us, just behind us. He's got a much better exit as well on them Super Softs. He's blasting past us. We're going to be 3 wide. Oh, no, we're not. He's too far ahead. We have nowhere to go because Massa blocks. Potential dive bomb. There's nowhere for us to go, and we've got Alonso on our tail as well. Them 2 are getting away. We're seriously struggling on our tyres now. You can see we're working the wheel a lot. Alonso's got to run as well. We try and psych him out there. Defending from him, and we're going to give him enough room, and he's made a bit of contact with us, and I think he's spun around. We'll see a replay here of what happened. He went for a move on the inside. And he just hit us and span. Let's have a look slowly here. There's enough room there for Alonso. I don't know. I think that's more of a racing incident. I didn't want to leave too much room because I wanted to beat him. But I don't think I took him out. And yeah, that's a shame. But the last lap, I just couldn't keep up with Massa and Kvyat. So it looks like we're going to be settling for 14th. We're coming round the final corner. I've enjoyed that race. It's been very successful. But no, we've run out of fuel again. We're on 0.00. Surely that's enough. Oh, we're lucky no one was around us. 2 races, 2 times running out of fuel. But P14, I'm going to be honest, I'm happy with that one. That was a successful race. I think we need to work on our tyre wear. That's something that needs to be upgraded in the future. And then I think we could challenge for the minor points. But solid result there as Nico Rosberg wins. His teammate in second, and it's the Mercedes domination starting. Pole sitter Sebastian Vettel isn't even on the podium. His teammate Raikkonen did defeat him. So if you did enjoy that, please leave a like to show your support for this series. I don't know what race is next time out, actually. Is it China? It's either China or Russia. I'm thinking China for some reason. Don't actually know why, but the results are coming up. So the 2 Mercedes, 2 Ferraris and 2 Red Bulls. I hate 2x2x2, but still. There we are, 14th. We beat the cars we're expected to beat. Our teammate, Manor, Sauber, but teams maybe that are stronger than us. The 2 Hasses. We beat a McLaren, so I'm taking the positives from that race. P14, very happy indeed, and we smashed Palmer again. He's only 7 seconds behind us, but from Australia we were around a minute 5 seconds off the leader, so very similar, and I can race with the Legend AI, so that's going to be continuing for the rest of the season. Rosberg takes the lead in the driver's standings, Hamilton up to second, the winner in Australia, Daniel Ricciardo, down to third, and there we are in 13th with a sole point, which could be very important later on in the season, because I can maybe see a couple of drivers not scoring any points, and our championship, our onto the constructors even, and Mercedes have taken it from Red Bull. We're in 8th. I think P8 is probably a realistic objective for this season. So if you have enjoyed this Bahrain Grand Prix, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see the rest of this career in my other videos, and I'll catch you next time out. Goodbye.